Jai Hind everyone. I welcome you all to this innovative workshop on how to create e-content. Let us begin with explaining the objectives of e-content. So, the objectives shall be to state the meaning and make one's way to e-learning, explain the process of designing and development of e-content, explain the phases in different instructional design models, create e-content for particular topic. Next, moving on to the definition of e-learning. The definition of e-learning states as an online learning or electronic learning refers to the acquisition of knowledge through the use of electronic media. In a simpler language, e-learning is defined as electronically enabled learning that range from countless how to make videos on YouTube to e-learning platforms of universities or entire online study programs and digital masterclasses. Generally, e-learning is carried out on the internet where learning materials are available at any time and any place. Now, what are the biggest advantages of e-learning via e-content? First of all, it is flexibility. The first advantage of e-learning is flexibility in terms of time and place. Learning content is usually made available in short modules and can be paused at any time. Secondly, availability. The organization of teaching content at universities is almost unimaginable without platforms such as Moodle and Blackboard. But online courses also save vast amount of time in the private sector. Without physical limitation, anyone with internet access can simultaneously access learning opportunities, provided that the servers are available and stable to withstand. Third, we have efficiency and another biggest advantage of e-learning which will be providing e-content. That is, since e-learning packages adapt to the individual learner, the time required to complete a course is significantly reduced. Conventional courses are designed to meet the needs of the entire group, but rarely does a single person need everything that is offered to the group. And of course, there is no need to travel to the course. Fourthly, the low cost, which is also very essential. An e-learning package can be reused as often as the user wishes without additional cost. In addition, there are numerous free courses offered as well as freemium access. Last but not the least, mobile. E-learning takes place wherever you want. All you need is internet connection. Learning material, tutorials, transcripts, everything is stored in digital cyberspace and cannot be lost with a good backup. Moving on, since we know what is e-learning, what is our objective of e-content, we need to know what is this e-content. E-content includes all kinds of content created and delivered through various electronic media. E-content is available in many subjects and almost all levels of education. Teachers, students and others get benefited by the use of well-designed and developed e-content. It is advantageous to the educational organization to make their programs accessible to their teachers and students on campus, home and other community learning or resource centers. It has a significant implications for open and distance learning institutions. Now, there is an exigency of e-content development. Why? Encouraging the lifelong education of individuals through assessing their knowledge at any time, in anywhere, in anything. Every learner has a unique individuality in the classroom. His or her needs differs from others. So, the learner has to fulfill the learning needs by self-learning techniques. When we know the need to develop e-content, we need to know that yes, it is very important. Why? To deliver to online and offline devices. To learning is possible anywhere in the world. Learning is possible at any time. Anyone can learn through e-content without considering sex, race, community, religion, etc. It is incorporated with multimedia for its availability in the classroom. It is easily available by changing the error or editing the concept, sounds and figures. It is environmental friendly approach to production from degradation of natural resources such as paperless approach. There are few tips for successful e-learning via e-content. That is to set intermediate goals, evaluate the course, create an ideal learning environment, develop a learning plan, integrate your e-learning into your calendar, slowly increase the level of difficulty, review, revise, repeat, find a learning group, look out for interactive courses, take continuous breaks. When we know about the tips, then we need to know about how to create e-content faster. These are the few steps. Introduce course design and objectives. Share examples of good e-content. Ask relevant questions. Utilize formats that subject matter experts are familiar with. Encourage use of diagrams. Encourage use of audio, utilizing existing material. These are the few steps that are useful for developing e-content. That is analysis, design, development, implementation and evaluation. First of all, let us enter into the phase of analysis, where we shall clarify the instructional programs, problems and objectives, identify the learning environment and basic information for the development, estimate the time, budget and resources. Next is the phase of design. Here we shall deal with the learning objectives, assessment instruments, exercises, content, subject matter, analysis, lesson planning and media selection. To conduct a primary analysis of learning tasks and create storyboard. Preparing a planning document. In the next phase, we shall enter into the development phase, where we need to develop all computer programs, integrate all the technologies to produce supplementary materials. Instructional designers and developers create and assemble content and asserts blueprint in the design phase. In the implementation phase, we shall develop procedure for training facilitators and learners. Training facilitators cover the course curriculum, learning outcomes, method and testing procedures. Preparation for learners includes training them new tools, which we shall do today. In the last phase, this is the evaluation phase. Here there are two aspects, formative and summative. And the formative evaluation is present in each stage, and the summative evaluation is conducted on finished instructional programs. Now moving on, knowing the theoretical part of how to create e-development, we shall now know about the developers of e-content. That shall be PowerPoint presentation, YouTube, InShot, podcast, Edpuzzle, Prezi videos, etc. etc. There are many developers. So today we shall develop from one of these developers. We will take the help of the developer and develop an e-content in this workshop. So let us proceed. I request all the faculty and students to take out the laptops, switch on the laptops and open Google in it.